Earth was minutes from annihilation. The Archeal planet breaker glowed like a newborn sun, ready to slice the world open, and every human commander knew the truth. There was no weapon left. No hero coming, no miracle on the horizon. Then the stars themselves bent. Space rippled like torn fabric, and in the center of the enemy armada, where nothing had been a heartbeat before, a colossal black silhouette, decloaked, silent, ancient, and impossibly massive. Every scanner failed. Every alien transmission erupted in panic, and then a voice older than human history echoed across the battlefield. Earth, you will not fall today. In that moment, humanity realized the unthinkable. Someone had been watching over them, and they had finally returned. The sky over Earth burned red the day the Archeal Armada descended. Billions watched from rooftops, shattered cities, and bunkers as the first wave of alien warships cut through the clouds like metallic gods. Their hulls shimmered with hexagonal plating that swallowed incoming missiles and spat out beams that carved entire districts into molten glass. Humanity's orbital defense grid fell in less than 14 minutes. General Mara Kessler stood on the balcony of the United Earth Defense Command, staring at the smoke pillars rising from Washington's ruins. She was not a woman easily shaken, but she felt something cold drip down her spine as her gums filled with screams. Sector 12 wiped out, no survivors. The Archeal have breached lunar base. Command, we've lost the Atlas railgun. Repeat, the Atlas is offline. Humanity had always known they weren't alone, but they expected first contact to come in peace or diplomacy, or at worst, a conflicted skirmish. Not planetary extermination. Earth's fleets regrouped in low orbit. But what remained was little more than a patchwork of battered cruisers and half-destroyed fighters. The Archeal, a species of merciless conquerors who had burned hundreds of worlds before reaching Earth, didn't negotiate. They didn't demand surrender. They demanded. Ash's General Kessler clenched her fists as another message crackled through the comms. This is Captain Holt of the carrier Vanguard Nomi. Has deployed the Planet Breaker. I repeat, Planet Breaker activating. Planet Breaker An. Archeal Superweep, pawn capable of slicing. Earth's crust like a fruit, Kessler felt the world freeze. Get all remaining ships between that weapon and Earth. She shouted. Buy us time until she didn't finish the sentence. There was nothing left to buy time for. The Archeal fleet moved in perfect formation, cold and clinical, preparing to end the human species with a single, planet-shattering strike. Then, without warning, the battlefield trembled. A ripple spread across the void, as though space itself exhaled. The stars warped. The light bent. Every ship's sensor screamed, and out of the distortion, an outline formed. Something enormous, something ancient, something invisible. Until that moment, a ship pitch black, the size of a small moon, decloaked in utter silence right in the center of the Archeal fleet. The alien ships reeled in panic, comes flaring with confusion in their own guttural language. Unidentified object, mass impossible, origin unknown. What species is it? It just appeared inside our formation. General Kessler blinked at the hologram. Her operators froze. What the hell is that? Whispered LT Ramirez. No one knew. No one could even guess. The ship was unlike anything recorded in human or alien archives. Its hull was a seamless obsidian shell with no visible engines or weapons. Pulses of deep blue light rippled across its surface like veins beneath living skin. Then a voice, deep, resonant, and comic-code across every human and alien channel. Earth, you have fought well. The voice was not synthesized. It was old, worn, tired, and undeniably human. General Kessler's breath caught. Identify yourself, she demanded. The voice answered, We are the Solaris Watch. No one had heard that name before. Not in any classified archive. Not in any historical log. We are. What remains of an older humanity, the ship continued. A civilization born of your ancestors. Lost to you? Hidden for millennia? Ramirez turned pale. A precursor? That's impossible. The Solaris ship spoke again. We have returned only because Earth now stands at the edge of oblivion. We fought the Archaeal before, and we will fight them again, the first time since the invasion began. Hope sparked, but the Archaeal reacted with fury. Their admiral bellowed, "Unknown vessel! You trespass in our conquest. Withdraw or be annihilated." The black ship did not move. It simply said, "No." And the void erupted. The Solaris ship unleashed a single pulse of energy silent, invisibly yet catastrophic. Archaeal cruisers nearest to it imploded instantly, folding like paper crushed by a giant's fist. Their armor shattered, internal reactors rupturing into blue-white explosions. The shockwave tore through their formation, scattering the once perfect armada into chaotic debris. The planet breaker shuddered as its weapon lattice flickered. Every Archaeal ship recoiled in terror. Humanity watched with awe and disbelief. "Captain?" Holt's voice cracked over that. That was one shot. But it wasn't a weapon, not in the conventional sense. It felt like the ship had simply willed its enemies out of existence. The Archaeal raged, regrouped, and launched a counteroffensive. Hundreds of their fighters swarmed the unknown ship like hornets around a beast. Their beams struck, first slamming into the black hull, and vanishing harmlessly. Absorbed like drops of rain on an ocean, the Solaris watch spoke again. "We are not here to watch you die. Prepare your fleet. Humans, and fight with us." General Kessler snapped out of her trance. "All ships form up on the unknown vessel. Protect the planet." The humans surged forward alongside the ancient behemoth. For the first time in the battle, the Archaeal faltered. They had crushed Earth's defenses easily, but now they faced something older, stronger, and entirely beyond their understanding. The Solaris ship released another pulse, this one controlled-directed. Beams of geometric light sliced through Archaeal hulls with surgical precision. Their carriers erupted in molten arcs. Their dreadnoughts broke apart, drifting as glowing debris. But the Archaeal had not conquered countless civilizations by giving up easily. They activated emergency protocols and summoned reinforcements from deep space. Dozens more warships warped into Earth orbit, forming a defensive wall around the planet breaker. Their admiral screamed, "Destroy the unknown vessel! Fire the planet breaker now." The weapon began to glow, gathering orange-white energy like a miniature sun ready to detonate. Human fleet commanders shouted warnings. "Kessler, they're going to fire." "Solaris Watch, can you stop it?" The ancient ship did not hesitate. Why, yes. It accelerated not with thrusters, but as though the fabric of space carried it forward. It shot across the stars like a spear of night. The Archaeal fired everything beams, missiles, gravitational warheads, but the Solaris ship wove between the attacks like a living shadow. Untouchable. Then it reached the planet breaker and spoke one final sentence. "This ends." A sphere of blue light expanded from its hull quiet. Gentle, deceptively soft. The planet breaker froze. Its glowing super weapon core sputtered, then reversed. The entire energy field collapsed inward. The super weapon imploded in a blinding flash, tearing itself apart from the inside. The shockwave consumed the surrounding Archaeal ships, shredding them into molten fragments. The surviving Archaeal shrieked in panic. Attempting to retreat, the Solaris ship extended a gravitational net, trapping them in place like insects caught in amber. "You will never threaten Earth again." And with that, it crushed them. Silence fell over orbit. Earth, battered, scorched. Bleeding lived. The ancient ship hovered above the blue planet it had saved. Millions watched from the surface as the colossal silhouette eclipsed the sun. General Kessler opened a private channel. "Solaris Watch. Who are you really?" For the first time, the ancient voice softened. "We were born of Earth, millions of years before your civilization rose. We left the cradle to safeguard our origin world. But time erodes all things. We are the last." Kessler swallowed. "Will you stay?" A long pause. "We cannot. The Arceal were not the only threat drawn to this world. Others will come. We will confront them before they find you. The black ship slowly recloaked, its hull shimmering back into invisibility. But remember this, children of Earth, you are not alone. You have never been alone, and we will always return when the cradle is in danger. The stars rippled once more and the ship vanished into the void. Earth's battered fleet drifted in awed silence. Watching the place where the unknown savior had disappeared, humanity would rebuild. Humanity would remember. And somewhere in the dark corners of the galaxy, the Solaris Watch continued its eternal vigilating for the day it would once again decloak and fight for Earth.